Every single day, luxury cars that cost $60,000, $70,000, even $80,000 brand new are sitting on used lots completely ignored. Dealers are dropping prices. Private sellers are getting desperate. And the buyers who actually understand what they are looking at are quietly driving away in some of the most over-engineered vehicles ever built for a fraction of what they cost new. But here is what nobody is telling you. These cars are not sitting there because something went wrong. They are sitting there because of three things: fashion, fear, and fuel prices. If you can separate your emotions from the engineering, you are looking at the single greatest buying opportunity in the luxury car market right now. Today on Garage Detective, I'm going to show you 4 luxury cars currently rotting on lots. These are cars that will outlast a brand new BMW, outfeature a brand new Mercedes, and out-engineer practically anything you can buy for under $15,000 today. I'm going to show you why they are cheap, exactly what to look for, and how to avoid buying a total lemon. Before we dive into these high-class bargains, do me a huge favor. If you love finding hidden automotive gems, hit that subscribe button right now. Give this video a like so the algorithm knows you have great taste, and drop a comment below telling me which luxury brand you think has the worst depreciation. Welcome to Garage Detective. Stay until the last car, because that one genuinely keeps me up at night. The value on that machine is almost offensive. Let us get into it. Cadillac STS, 2006 to 2011. We are starting with a name that for decades defined what American luxury meant. Not just in the United States, everywhere. This was the car for executives, professionals, and anyone who wanted to tell their neighbors they were doing better than them without actually saying a word. We are talking about the Cadillac STS, specifically the 2006 to 2011 generation. Now, hold on to your wallets because this number is going to stop you cold. A fully loaded Cadillac STS left the dealership for between $45,000 and $60,000 brand new. Today, you can find clean examples between $5,000 and $9,000. Someone else absorbed $50,000 in depreciation, so you do not have to. It is like buying a prime rib dinner for the price of a lukewarm gas station hot dog. The Cadillac STS was General Motors' direct answer to the BMW 5 Series and the Mercedes E-Class. This was not some soft, floaty land yacht built for people who find mayonnaise too spicy. This was a performance luxury sedan with rear-wheel drive, available all-wheel drive, and a chassis tuned to hunt down European sports sedans. Cadillac literally hired engineers who had worked on German luxury programs and told them, build something that makes them nervous. And they did. Under the hood, the star of the show is the Northstar 4.6-liter V8 producing 320 horsepower. This engine pulls the STS to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. That is genuine performance that most original owners never even explored because they were too busy trying to figure out how to work the heated seats or listening to smooth jazz on the Bose audio system. Speaking of that engine, let us address the elephant in the room. The Northstar V8 has a reputation for head gasket issues that is scarier than a surprise visit from your mother-in-law. People talk about these engines like they are ticking time bombs, but here is the reality. Most of those horror stories come from owners who treated their cooling system like a suggestion rather than a requirement. If you find one with a documented service history and the correct coolant, you are basically getting Corvette-derived suspension technology and a world-class V8 for the price of a used moped. The interior is where the Cadillac really makes its case. You get genuine leather everywhere, real aluminum, and wood trim. It has a heads-up display projecting your speed onto the windshield, which is great for when you are pretending to be a fighter pilot on your way to pick up milk. Before you buy, get a cooling system inspection and a compression test. It is non-negotiable. If you want to play it safe, the 3.6-liter V6 is a remarkably solid daily driver with great fuel economy. Either way, you are driving a car that looks like $1 million but costs less than a used riding lawnmower. Lexus LS460, 2007 to 2012. Next up is a vehicle built by a company that holds the global standard for engineering precision. A brand where every single component is tested beyond failure before it ever reaches a production vehicle. Today, it is available for a price that makes absolutely no sense given what it actually is. Pay close attention. There was a vehicle that for decades was the absolute benchmark of what a luxury sedan could be. The car that every other luxury manufacturer measured themselves against. The car that defined what the word flagship actually meant. And today, a specific generation of this vehicle is sitting on used lots across America at a price that should probably be illegal. The Lexus LS460, from the 2007 to 2012 generation. A fully loaded Lexus LS460 from this era cost between $65,000 and $78,000 new. Today, you find clean examples between $7,000 and $12,000. And unlike almost everything else in the used luxury market, this car does something that most cars at this price cannot do. it runs forever. Let me explain what a Lexus LS actually is, because most buyers fundamentally underestimate this machine. The LS460 is not a luxury car that happens to be reliable. It is a reliability engineering masterpiece that Toyota decided to also make luxurious. The distinction matters enormously. Toyota spent over $400 million developing this generation of the LS. They were not trying to build a good luxury car, they were trying to build the best engineered object in the history of the automotive industry. The 4.6-liter V8 engine produces 380 horsepower with a smoothness that engineers at competing brands genuinely studied and tried to replicate. This engine is so quiet at idle that you have to look at the tachometer to confirm it is even running. It is smoother than a pickup line from a guy in a tailored suit. With quality synthetic oil changes every 5,000 miles and basic maintenance, these engines run past 250,000 miles without any drama. There are documented examples with over 300,000 miles still on the original engine internals. 300,000 miles in a car that rides like a private jet. The 8-speed automatic transmission was the most advanced gearbox available on any production car when this model launched. It still shifts more smoothly than transmissions in brand new vehicles costing 3 times as much today. Now, here is the engineering excess that Lexus built into this car just to prove a point. A pre-collision system with automatic braking, a self-parking system, Mark Levinson premium audio with 19 speakers, and active noise cancellation. Yes, active noise cancellation in a car you can buy today for $8,000. The interior makes every other car in this price range look like a rental car from a budget airport lot. You get semi-aniline leather that feels like a hug from a cloud and real wood trim with a grain you can actually feel. Here is the maintenance reality check. The air suspension available on some versions will eventually need attention. A compressor replacement runs between $400 and $800 at an independent specialist. Do not let that number scare you away. It is a well-documented repair with plenty of parts available. If the seller has already done it, that is the strongest buying signal you will ever see. The reason this car costs $8,000 today is simple. The market moved on. People wanted crossovers, and they got scared of gas prices for V8 engines. Their loss is your opportunity. You are getting the engineering flagship of the most reliable brand on the planet for the price of a used Corolla that smells like old French fries. Jaguar XJ, 2004 to 2009. In the mid-2000s, Jaguar did something that surprised everyone. They stopped making excuses for why their cars were always on the back of a flatbed truck. The XJ from 2004 to 2009 is the car that happened when Jaguar combined British luxury tradition with Ford-era engineering resources and a design team that was actually trying to make something timeless. A fully loaded Jaguar XJ8 or XJR from this era cost between $60,000 and $85,000 new. Today, you find clean examples between $5,000 and $10,000. The gap between what this car actually is and what it costs today is one of the largest in the used luxury market. It is like finding a designer suit at a thrift store for the price of a plain t-shirt. The big secret here is the all-aluminum body construction. Aluminum does not rust like steel, which is great because it means your car will not slowly dissolve like an Alka-Seltzer in the rain. It is also much lighter, making the car handle like something half its size. It is the only full-size luxury sedan that feels like it went on a successful diet. Under the hood, you get the 4.2-liter V8 engine. The standard version gives you 294 horsepower, while the supercharged XJR gives you 400 horsepower. These engines are surprisingly robust. In fact, many people say the engine is the only part of the car that definitely will not go on strike. Now, let us talk about the British engineering. You know what they say about Jaguars: if there is no oil under it, there is no oil in it. While that is a bit harsh for this generation, you do need to be a committed owner. The air suspension is the main character in most Jaguar horror stories. When it fails, the car sits so low it looks like it is trying to hide from its own repair bills. Many owners just swap it for a coilover suspension for about $1,500 and never think about it again. Inside, it is pure class. You get leather sourced from Scotland and hand-polished walnut veneer. It feels more like a high-end library than a car. It is the perfect place to sit while you wait for the tow truck. Kidding! On a well-maintained example, these are actually quite reliable. Just make sure the previous owner did not treat the maintenance schedule like a work of fiction. The reason it is cheap: reputation. People hear Jaguar and used in the same sentence and they start sweating. But for $10,000, you are getting a car that looks like you belong at a country club, even if you are just going to the drive-thru for a burger. Mercedes-Benz S-Class W220, 2000 to 2006. Now we come to the last car on the list. The one that I genuinely believe represents the single most irrational pricing gap in the entire used luxury market right now. We are talking about the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, specifically the W220 generation produced from the year 2000 to 2006. Before you close this video because you heard these cars have more electrical issues than a haunted house, hear me out. A fully loaded S500 or S55 AMG from this generation cost between $80,100 and $10,000 new. Today, you find clean, well-maintained examples between $4,000 and $9,000. You are looking at the most expensive luxury flagship Mercedes-Benz built at the turn of the millennium for less than the price of a used Honda Civic with a mismatched door. I know what you are thinking. The reputation for air suspension failures and electrical complexity is real. Buying one of these from a guy who lives in a trailer and claims he did all the work himself is a recipe for financial ruin. But on a well-maintained example with a documented service history, this car is a completely different animal. The heart of this beast is the 5.0-liter V8 engine. This thing is built like a tank. It does not have a timing belt, it uses a timing chain. It has no turbochargers or direct injection complexity to break your heart. It is a naturally aspirated V8 that responds to quality synthetic oil changes every 5,000 miles with the kind of loyalty you usually only get from a golden retriever. And if you find an S55 AMG, you have something truly insane. That is a hand-built 5.5-liter supercharged V8 producing 490 horsepower. Every engine was signed by the specific engineer who built it. You can literally buy a hand-built AMG engine for $8,000. That is less than some people spend on a fancy coffee habit in a year. The interior is where you realize why someone paid $100,000 for this car. The Nappa leather has deep padding that does not collapse, and the wood trim has actual depth and grain. It is so quiet at highway speeds you can hear your own heart beating, or more likely, you can hear your passenger snoring because they are so comfortable. The buying strategy here is non-negotiable. You must get a pre-purchase inspection by a Mercedes-Benz specialist. Do not take it to a general mechanic who thinks a German car is just a Volkswagen Beetle. Spend the $250 to have a pro check the air suspension and the electrical system. If it checks out, you are driving the most prestigious badge in the world for the price of a used jet ski. 4 cars, for genuine luxury flagships, and 4 engineering statements that all share the exact same story. They were built during an era when manufacturers were desperate to prove they were the best on the planet. They were built with resources, materials, and a level of ambition that current accounting departments simply do not allow anymore. And today, they are available at prices that exist only because the general market forgot about them, not because the engineering failed. Whether it is the Cadillac STS for the buyer who wants American muscle wrapped in Corvette technology, the Lexus LS460 for the person who wants a private jet on wheels that runs for 300,000 miles, the Jaguar XJ for the driver who wants a timeless aluminum masterpiece, or the Mercedes-Benz S-Class for the person who understands that a well-maintained legend is the ultimate bargain, every one of these cars requires the same thing from you. Do your research. Get the professional inspection. Verify the service history. Have the discipline to walk away from any car that looks like it was maintained by a teenager with a YouTube degree and a roll of duct tape. If you follow those rules, you will drive away in an $80,000 machine for a tiny fraction of that price. You will finally understand exactly why the original owners were happy to pay a fortune for them. If this video changed how you look at the used luxury market, do not forget to hit that like button right now. It costs you $0 and tells the YouTube robots to show this to every car buyer who is tired of overpaying for a boring, plastic, compact car. Subscribe to Garage Detective because every single week we hunt down the engineering stories the market has ignored and the prices that make them impossible to pass up. Drop a comment below and let me know which one of these 4 you would actually put in your driveway. The best car you will ever own might already be sitting on a dusty lot somewhere near you, unloved, underpriced, and waiting for someone smart enough to recognize exactly what it is. Buy smart, not by trend. See you in the next video.